Welcome back, trainers. So sorry I'm a little late on this video. I just had to take care of some things today, but we are going to be getting back on track with 2 to 3 videos a day. I'm going to try to get those out for you and also try to get to those raids and start doing these solos again and really push myself, get up early and get out there. I haven't really been slacking, it's just I've been going through this little bit of an issue, but we are pushing through and things are looking quite nice. So with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at my recent catches here. Because as you can see, I caught a shiny Tailoo. So that is quite amazing here. So I was just laying down in bed feeling not too great, not feeling like going out and grinding. And I have a spawn here at my house, tapped on it, and it was a shiny, and I couldn't believe it. Backed out, and I started recording. So that's pretty neat. That completes the 2 new shinies, and we're going to be evolving this here in just a moment, as well as giving my friend a shiny Feebas. So if you do have extras, I urge you to give them to your friend, or at least trade them. Maybe they have a shiny that you don't have. If they have doubles, then you can, make that trade and help them out. You can, in fact, hatch shiny Feebas out of the 10 kilometers and 7 kilometer eggs, so keep that in mind, and also catch them in the wild. I mean, it's going to be extremely rare, but it is going to be able to happen for you. So let's go ahead and evolve this here to see what we get. Now the CP is quite low, and I'm just going to evolve it just because. And there it is. Very nice. So we're also going to be taking a look at some of these PvP battles, just, going up against my friend here who always likes to send me these invites, and just doing these casual PvPs here. So there it goes at a whopping 254 CP. Wow, look out for this one because it is coming through. That looks like an amazing shiny to me. Now I did trade my friend this one right here, this Drowsy, and we are going to go ahead and evolve this as well. And I was thinking about powering it up for what? I might as well just go with a regular Hypno, right? Because the Hypno is actually pretty good. If you do have the legacy, I do believe it is going to be Psyshock, 3 charge move, doing massive damage. Look at that bright pink thing. That's hilarious. So there we go. It's going to be very low. Yeah, 203. I already did the calculations. It's going to cost around 90, or actually I kind of forgot, but it's going to cost quite a bit of Stardust to power this up, like almost 100,000 for the Great League at least. So we're going to pass on that for now. Okay, trainers, now I'm going to give you a little tip here. We've been over this last month after the community day happened, and we kind of just go over my thoughts on what I think is going to be coming next for the community day. And for February, I do believe we're going to be getting Bagon. So make sure you start trading them, get some luckies, maybe walk it, do what you have to do to prepare. You don't have to take my word for it, and it's not set in stone. Nothing has been confirmed at this point whatsoever. This is just the certain trends that we're seeing here. So I do have quite a few of these lined up. Not to mention when the day comes for the community day, there's going to be a ton of them for you to catch and possibly get even better ones that you currently have. Well, not necessarily better ones, but more to fill up your inventory. And then after possible Bagon for February, we're going to be seeing Treecko in March, which is going to be my birth month. I can't wait for this one, seeing that I really like Sceptile as it is. And it is just a great Pokemon already, the way it comes with Leaf Blade and Aerial Ace for a PvP match. It just does wonders with that Fairy Cutter, and it charges up those moves extremely quick. So it should be getting, the same old grass move, Frenzy Plant, as its community day move. Is it going to be a lot better than it is currently with Leaf Blade? Absolutely. Leaf Blade is still going to play its role quite nicely, doing quite a bit of damage with a 3 charge move and charging extremely quick. Not only that, but you are able to stack these moves. Just run through your opponent if they have a quarter health left with Fairy Cutter, stack up the Aerial Ace, Leaf Blade, or maybe even Earthquake if you have that. But Leaf Blade, Aerial Ace are going to be stacking a lot quicker, and when they bring out their new Pokemon, you just use them up as you see me do before, or you've personally done yourself. So Sceptile is a fantastic Pokemon. You're definitely going to want to hold on to a couple of Treeckos to get ready for this, because it is just going to be absolutely amazing. And I have personally a couple of Luckies myself. Okay, so what can we expect for Bagon into Salamence Community Day for its special move? Currently it has Draco Meteor. Not bad, but it is 1 charge move. It's not going to be the best for PvP, and Outrage is going to be doing a lot better for it when you're going up against raids and you're trying to do some sort of solo or duo and you need as much dragon power as possible. So let's take a look. I think personally it's going to be getting Outrage, okay? Maybe Dragon Pulse, because we do see that right there. But right now, I'm going to be shooting for possibly Outrage. Now, if we go up here and take a look at its TM moves, I mean, you have plenty here. Don't really see too much happening there. Let's take a look at its actual natural moves. We have Dragon Claw, which can be very nice, or if they want to switch it up, because we have seen this before where Pokemon learns a quick move, Tyranitar, so that is another option. We have Dragon Breath. So could you imagine a Salamence with Dragon Breath in PvP? That's just going to be the new thing to go to, and you're definitely going to want it for every single league. Well, let's just see what happens with it. It currently does have Dragon Tail for its quick move and also Fire Fang, so those are the two ones it has. So that is an option there, but still, I'm going to go with Outrage. It would be nice to see a Dragon Claw. You'll have a multiple charge move there. You'll be able to do a lot of damage. So just something to consider. Salamence is something you definitely want to get ready for, possibly trade some people, like I said in the beginning, get some luckies, so you're going to be prepared. Although you don't really have to over-prepare like that, because you do have that 1 hour period after the community day itself to trade and do what you need to do. Alright, so let's go ahead and do a little side-by-side comparison with Salamence and Dragonite to see their stats. So they're both going to be a Dragon and Flying type, so there's no disadvantages or advantages in that regard. If we look at the max CP potential for Salamence, it's going to be 3,749, and Dragonite is going to be 3,792, just slightly higher than Salamence. For the Salamence itself, attack 277, which is going to be a little bit above the Dragonite, which is going to be at 263. So already, if it did receive Outrage as a community day move, the Salamence, it is going to be doing better than Dragonite. Defense for the Salamence, 178, and then for the Dragonite, it's pretty significantly higher at 198, and then for the Stamina, 216, and then Dragonite, 209. I'm personally willing to put money down on this that Salamence will be our next community day Pokemon. Not 100% certain, but I'm willing to take a bet on it, because it's more than likely going to be coming around the corner. It needs it badly with that Draco Meteor. Cool looking move, but not the best option for most situations, because then you have Dragonite and Rayquaza outperforming it. Speaking of Rayquaza, let's go ahead and do a little comparison with that. So Rayquaza is going to be able to learn Dragon Tail and Outrage, which will be putting it on the level of Salamence with that community day move if it was to receive that Outrage, although Dragon Claw and Dragon Breath for the quick move are on the table as well. So as we can see, the Salamence's attack 277 and then the Rayquaza at 284, quite higher, and it will be outperforming it. As far as will it outlast it, because it's kind of a frail Pokemon, the Rayquaza seeing a glass cannon, not quite. I mean, it's still pretty good. I mean, you have 2 less for the defense and then 3 less for the stamina, so pretty much the same there in that regard. The only difference for Salamence is going to be a lot easier to obtain if it does receive this community day, because getting the Bagon candies for the Salamence is going to be a whole lot easier even now, because we've only seen Rayquaza, should I say it right, in the game once. It's right, folks. It only had 1 entrance into the game, and it was for that short period of time, and now we've never seen it again. Groudon has made a return, and with a shiny variant, so it's just a matter of time before they release Rayquaza back in with that beautiful black shiny variants. So it is going to be nice to have that maxed out Rayquaza. It's going to be doing quite a bit of damage, a little bit more than Salamence, but on the other hand, getting those Bagon candies, especially with a community day possibly on the horizon, that's going to be much easier to obtain and power up, because for legendaries, you're going to have to hit all these raids, get the candies, realistically just dump rare candies into them, which is, you know, you work hard for those, and it's fine, but at the end of the day, who knows, you maybe want to invest that in something else. But there you go. Salamence is going to be where you want to be at. Okay, now for Sceptile. Let's take a look, because we have something quite interesting. Now, remember Ampharos, how it received Dragon Pulse? It's going to be receiving a Mega Evolution, which it will become part Dragon Pokemon. So I have a feeling when these things do receive their Mega Evolutions, they're going to be keeping their moves, and that is why they gave it Dragon Pulse. So same with Sceptile here. It is going to become part Dragon, so we do have the possibility of seeing some sort of switch in the Frenzy Plant kind of pattern that we've been seeing with all these grass community Pokemon. Well, should I say the 2? So we have Dragon Pulse, Dual Chop, and then Outrage. So I mean, it is on the table there for those, and considering the Mega Evolutions and how that works, we just might see that. But more than likely, Frenzy Plant is what we're going to probably see for this. So keep that in mind going forward. With that said, let's take a look at all 3 of the grass starter Pokemon and do a little comparison to see which one's going to be doing better with Frenzy Plant and the ones you're going to want to save up for. Right off the bat, you're going to see it's going to be Sceptile with the most attack, sitting at 223. Then Venusaur at 198, and we all know how great Venusaur is with that Frenzy Plant. So take note, Sceptile is going to be doing great. It does have Bullet Seed. It's not going to be as great as Venusaur's quick moves, but it's still going to be able to charge him fairly quick, as well as Fury Cutter. And then we have Torterra over there with an attack of 202. So right off the bat, you can tell that Sceptile is going to be the one that you definitely want to go to. Even though it has Bullet Seed, it's still going to be outperforming Venusaur as a pure grass attacker in that sense. So definitely want to go and probably hit those Grovel raids, because we currently do have those at the moment. So that'll be in your best interest. Just collect as many as you can, trade with your friends, get some luckies, and start stockpiling those, because if there's any one of these Pokemon that you're going to want to power up multiple of, it's going to be Sceptile. Venusaur is not a bad option, and neither is Torterra when its time comes. They all have their certain places and roles. You do have Venusaur and Torterra with that bulk, so they're going to be good in that sense, and they still perform magnificently in PvP. Venusaur is just magnificent. I love using that thing, especially my shiny, just fantastic. But then, on the other hand, you have the Sceptile, which is going to be doing a lot of attack. And it's going to be a pure grass, so it can benefit it, and it can also make it, I don't know, fall behind, possibly going up against those poison-type Pokemon. Venusaur is going to be taking neutral damage, being part poison. And then you have Torterra, which is going to be taking neutral, being part ground-type. Well, there you have it, trainers. The next Community Day Pokemon that I think that are going to be coming into Pokemon Go. So, bag on into Salamence finally will be magnificent. The shiny looks just great, so I can't wait for that one. And then you have the Sceptile, which shiny variant is absolutely amazing as well. So that one is going to be fun too in March, when things are going to be starting to warm up depending on where you live, especially here in Alaska, and I can't wait for them to arrive. Thank you for watching, trainers, and I will be catching you all next time. Take care.